Hey, what's up everyone? We are back. We've got another showcase and review for you all. Today we've got some more RightStuf and Nozomi titles to showcase. As you guys can see, we have Sound of the Sky, we've got Gundam Build Fighters, and we also have Mobile Suit Gundam, the movie Trilogy. So, a lot of cool anime titles in front of you today. I want to thank RightStufAnime for sending over these awesome titles to showcase to you all. And some of them are brand new, so you can pick it up, and some of them are just older. So you might know which one is the older one if you're a big fan of Gundam and stuff like that. So we're going to get right into the older one. And this is actually my favorite one out of the three. Even though all three are great, this one hits home. So without further ado, let's do it. We've got Gundam Build Fighters. That's right. Okay, so Gundam Build Fighters is honestly one of the best Gundam best Gundam animes of all time. Now, I'm going to say some reasons why. Firstly, Gundam Build Fighters has character development. As you guys can see, we have Sayori. He is actually the real main character, but Reiji is also a main character. He comes a little bit later. Say, this is him right here. He's just a kid, and actually all of them are kids, but he looks like the younger one out of the group. And he's just building these Gunplas. Now, these Gunplas are like these robots that you guys see right here, and they're basically Gundams. And what they do is people build this, and they create and use their imagination to make the best fighter, and they place them on these fields, and then it's like they come to life. But it's only in life of the fields that they put it on. So it's kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh! So you guys know how Yu-Gi-Oh! They put like they put the card in the field, and then all of a sudden you see this animation, you see these things come to life almost. That's what this is, just you have one fighter, and that's their Gunpla that each individual has. But this is a different story to it. So actually, let's read the back of this. As you guys can see, we've got the art and stuff, so really cool. Let's actually see what this is really about. So the time is near future. So years have passed since 1980s when Gunpla, the plastic models based in the Mobile Suit Gundam animation, created a huge boom. Now, a new wave is sweeping the world. What it could have been called the second Gunpla boom. Its popularity is driven by Gunpla battle, in which assembled Gunpla can be controlled and made to fight. With the introduction to the revolutionary battle system, its popularity has expanded to the point Gunpla Battle World Tournament is held each year. That's another cool thing about this that we'll talk about. The main character of the story, Sayori, is a young Gunpla builder who loves Gunpla and dreams of entering the Gunpla World Tournament. As the only to the shop, he has the high Gunpla building abilities, but he doesn't know how to control them in a battle, continually defeated in opening rounds of tournaments. When he meets Reiji, you'll see that's the guy with the red, a mysterious boy who has superb Gunpla control skills. They team up to take on the world tournament. That is one cool thing about this. Okay, so say he meets Reiji, and how they meet was actually very interesting. So Reiji, I think, he went to get like something from a store, and it was like the storefronts, and you know how they have like sales. Some stores do storefronts where you got that, but then what Reiji is, he doesn't even live in this location. He's actually like a prince, and you'll learn that within the anime. And he just snatched something to eat. Okay, no harm, no done, but he is kind of a thief. So he did that, and the store guy confronted him, and Say all of a sudden was like, well, Reiji offered him to have one if he wanted to, and Say was like, oh no. But then the store guy came, and he's like, oh man, what are you doing? You get to pay for that. And Say was like, yeah, I'll just pay for it. And after that, they became really good friends. And actually, the interesting part is Say is not really is a fighter. Like, he only knows how to build Gunpla and watch them do its stuff. But Reiji, the prince, is the guy who is controlling the skills. He is the master skillful prince who is done that. So they both actually tag teamed to do this tournament together. And it's honestly such a great anime. You need to check this out. I don't want to give it out fully, but I enjoyed every second of it. This is honestly something you need to pick up. It's worth. There's also a Gundam Build Fighters Try, which I actually may review that to you guys soon as well. So make sure you guys check out that once I have that. But this is actually going to be off topic, but this is going to be like number 2 of the RightStuf and Nozomi look at reviews and stuff like that. So if you guys are interested in anything, there will be a playlist for every single one of them. So there may be some titles that you can look over and see, maybe there was something I was interested, maybe not, stuff like that. So this is definitely something to consider, and check it out. So Gundam Build Fighters, you were great, loved it. As you guys can see, the art for all the discs are amazing. I love this art, very cool stuff here. And I think they did a really good job. So this was like in 2016 when Nozomi and RightStuf officially released this for the English dub and all that kind of stuff. And it's on Blu-ray and DVD. So make sure to check that out. Very cool anime. I love this actually. It was actually one of my favorites in terms of Gundam. Like this had my eyes peeled the entire time. So next, I want to go into Sound of the Sky. Now, Sound of the Sky is just a little different. It's nothing too hype-paced like Gundam Build Fighters. Gundam Build Fighters had a little bit of everything, World Tournament, kind of like a Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, playstyle, Dragon Ball. It's kind of like a mix of that just with Gundams. But this is more of a sad type of thing. It's nothing too dramatic. The only dramatic parts is the war and stuff. We'll talk about that. So we've got this main character here. And what happens is she's like 15 years old, I believe, and she's part of this army. You know, she's part of this army that she doesn't really know that she's part of. Like the characters here, all 4 of these characters, she'll be working with them, and you know they start to learn about each other. You see character development a lot in this anime, as well as the Gundam Build Fighters. Both of these have great character development. That is one thing I liked about both of them. And you start to learn a little bit about each character throughout. But one of the things that really hit me home was this girl who didn't know anything about what was going on and trying to keep spirits and happiness up in a tough time, because war is not easy to go through, and somebody always tries to look something to smile about. But she didn't even know that was what was going on until later on when a kid, so it was like, oh, you troops and stuff like that. And then from there, she starts realizing it and all that kind of stuff. So it's really something that you should check out. Sound of the Sky is great. If we look to the back here, let's turn this over. And here is this. So in a lonely corner of the world, on the edge of the no man's land sits the Clock Tower Fortress. It's home to 1,121st platoon on the Helvetian Army, and their newest member is a 15-year-old volunteer named Kanata Sarami, and she is who is enlisted to learn how to play the bugle. When she was a child, Kanata, saved by a beautiful soldier, found inspiration in the clear, golden sound of her trumpet. From that day forward, Kanata decided the music would be her life, as the other platoon members train her on how to be a bugler and a soldier. And Kanata's enduring optimism will inspire them to look for happiness and beauty, even in a world haunted by war. So that is the tragic story. It's actually a really good story. It hits home. It contains all 12 episodes of the TV series. It's actually very short. So Gundam Build Fighters is 25 episodes. Sound of the Sky is only 12 episodes, but honestly, it definitely deserves more episodes. It's actually really good. The only downfall of Sound of the Sky, it doesn't have an English dub. So if you're somebody who likes English dub, sadly, Sound of the Sky does not have that, but it has a good Japanese dub. So very cool. The subtitles are also clear. RightStuf in them, they always do. Well, Nozomi, they always do really well on the dubs, the subs, not dubs, the subtitles. So definitely something to credit them on. But I love the artwork. Again, actually, let's take this out because there's actually a lot of cool artwork that comes with this, and Nozomi puts some really cool effort into this. Nozomi is actually the people that work on this type of stuff. But look at this artwork. Isn't that cool? That is actually amazing. And then we flip it here. You get the Sound of the Sky here. All that kind of stuff. I love it. Like, this is honestly really cool. Very cool art. And then you can see the episodes. Just a little preview of thumbnails from the episodes. So Sound of the Sky, I'm gonna be completely honest, is really good. Like, it is such a good anime. I think a lot of people may enjoy it. It's actually very underrated. Like, a lot of these animes that I'm showing you guys are very underrated. Like, they could use some more kind of feedback and, you know, all that kind of stuff, because I think that more people would definitely, I'll just do this later, would enjoy that. So we've got Sound in the Sky on 2 discs, so there will be 2 discs for this. There's 1 disc and 2 discs for the episodes, so very cool stuff. What I like about this, got this daytime look. You also got, like, it's not, I wouldn't say it's a nighttime, but it's somewhere around there. It's getting a little darker. But I really like the disc design on this, and got to give them some props on that. Actually, that is actually very, very cool. So, if you're looking for something that deals with war and kind of like a happiness and all that kind of stuff and character development, and you want to know a lot about characters, and you like Japanese over English, like, I'll be honest, some people like Japanese more because the Japanese voice actors are actually really good. In some animes, the English ones are not the best, but hopefully Sound in the Sky does get one. I think it deserves it. It's actually really cool. So, definitely check out Sound of the Sky if you have not. Now, the last thing is, I haven't fully watched all of this, but this is the Mobile Suit Gundam movie trilogy. So this includes 3 movies, I believe. Yeah, 3 movies. Got disc 1 here, got disc 2, and disc 3. It might deal with the same stuff, I'm not completely sure, but we'll check that out here. This series launched one of the biggest anime franchises in history, now available in high definition. We've got a Universal Century 0079, Amuro Ray finds himself caught in the war between the Earth Federation and the Principality of Zeon. He unwillingly becomes the pilot of the prototype mobile suit called the Gundam. Now he and the crew of the White Base will have to fight for their very lives as enemies attempt to destroy this new weapon at all costs. Combatants will face triumph and turmoil as they battle their way through space to get their final destination on Earth. The outcome of the war lies in the hands of the new type and anime series that started it all. And it contains all 3 Mobile Suit Gundam movies. I love the art. Look at this back art. Very, very neat. It's got the Gundam here. It's got some others as well here. Very cool stuff. And if we zoom in just a little bit, you guys can see this is by Sunrise and RightStuf. 412 minutes in 3 discs. I like that. That is actually, if we look at that, about each movie could be about 1 hour, 20 minutes to 150. Kind of depends on how each movie is made. Some can be very short, some can be actually longer than the others, or some can be in between, around the same. So very cool stuff. And high definition 180p, Japanese surround, subtitles are English. Oh yeah, that's another thing. So this is a subtitled English when I was looking at it. No, it's all Japanese audio. So if you like Japanese, again, same thing applies, just like Sound in the Sky. The only thing out of this review is Gundam Build Fighters is all English. If you guys want to check it out in English, and I think you can do it on Japanese too. But the English dub was honestly great for Build Fighters. So very cool stuff. And like I said, there's the CDs and that. So if you guys enjoyed any of these anime titles, highly recommend them all. I would just say that out of the 3, what's cool is there's the trilogy. So you get the movie trilogy. It's got 3 movies in one. You don't really see that with many any production companies who do stuff. Maybe they'll only put 1 movie per, but to have 3 movies in one is a good benefit. Next, Sound of the Sky is really beautiful. It's got much high definition graphics, just like Gundam Build Fighters, and it has a character development, which is really cool, and it's got a lot of awesome stuff with it. And lastly, Gundam Build Fighters, honestly one of my favorite animes of all time in terms of Gundam. It's actually on my top list. I'd say top 10. No, it's actually very good. Okay, so if you're trying to look for something that's really good, highly suggest Gundam Build Fighters, okay? Highly do. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Make sure you guys check out RightStuf, Nozomi, all that kind of stuff. Check out Nozomi's catalog. It'll show you all animes that do with titles and stuff. That's actually all the titles that I'll be reviewing on the channel. So definitely something to look at and all that kind of stuff. So without further ado, make sure you guys check out episode 1 because I'll have another review for that. So we'll have another one over there for you guys, which is going to deal with Martian Successor Nadesco and all those types of awesome old classics that you guys need to check out. So without further ado, that is all. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.